Well, the big story that we continue to track, Visakhapatnam and the leak of gas over there at a plant. This took place overnight. At least 11 people are dead. Between 20 and 25 people are in critical condition and are in hospital. There are rescue operations which are on. Various agencies involved in this, the National Disaster Relief Force, as well as the police and others, the Indian Navy also looking into operations in Visakhapatnam. Well, joining us now, the Director General of the National Disaster Relief Force. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us. Can you give us an idea of what the numbers at this stage are? How many people have lost their lives? How many people are in a critical condition? Sir, I think your audio is on mute. Can you just turn your audio on? I think you may be on mute. Oh, all right, we'll just come back to him in a moment from now, fix those problems. But the images that you see on your screen are from Visakhapatnam. These are images of various facilities which are available right now in hospitals, some of them provided by the Navy to enable people over there to actually breathe. Let's go back now to the Director General of the National Disaster Relief Force. Thank you, sir, very much for speaking to us. I was asking you about what the numbers are at this stage, Mr. Pradhan. Is it 11 dead and 20 to 25 who are seriously injured, seriously unwell?
Well, that is the count, 11 dead confirmed, and about 20 were critical to start with, but I believe they are stable now, and others are being treated on the OPD, and I think they are now ready to be relieved.
Mr. Pradhan, is the gas leak been fully contained?
I would say yes, to the extent that there is some wisp of smoke once in a while, but that is not of a very great quantity. The teams are on ground and the engineers are working 24/7, and there is hardly any leakage right now. But that is the nature of the gas, the styrene gas, which is temperature sensitive. So there is some last wisp of gas, but I am assured that within a few hours, or within half an hour actually, it will be contained. So there is hardly any leakage, so to say, from the silos of the plant.
And sir, could you tell us what the NDRF's experts did? Were you already positioned in Visakhapatnam with equipment to deal with the gas leak?
Yeah, that's right. Visakhapatnam happens to be one of our centers. We call that the Regional Response Center. The battalion headquarters is in Vijayawada, but the Regional Response Center is Visakhapatnam, and we have a stable team there 24/7, 365 days available to Visakhapatnam and the nearby areas. So that is the team which moved, and I must also flag the fact that NDRF always is equipped for the CBR in emergencies. That makes it a unique force in the world, in fact, disaster response force, where all the personnel are trained in the CBRN emergency. And this is a chemical emergency, which is the first C of CBRN. So we were ready for that. And the way we operate is that subunits are made from the team of about 30. And those subunits then wear the masks and the oxygen cylinder and then go inside. And the other teams get ready with the cylinders so that when the oxygen is now on the depleting side, the first team comes out and the second team moves in. So it's a rolling kind of a functionality that happens. And this is what we did since early in the morning. And we handled the situation inside the plant also, along with the engineers of the plant itself and the local police and the local fire services. And then we also helped in the evacuation of the village, which was abutting the plant.
And sir, is that area is it open now progressively for people to return to their homes?
I would say yes, but I would leave that to the local administration as to by what time they would like the people to return. The only thing I can say is that the priority is now moved in a very focused way to reviving all those people who are in a bad way and who may be critical. Because now the situation is near normal in and around the factory area, and it'll be of course also be sealed. The silo will be sealed. But then the situation as far as the gas leakage and its impact is concerned is near normal. So it's only the rehabilitation of the people who have been impacted and affected by the gas leak, which remains to be done. And for that, the local administration is very well primed, and they will be doing the needful. And then the people will be advised to move back to their villages.
So what went wrong in the plant?
Well, the only thing I can say, Vishnu, is that because of the lockdown, the people were, the plant was shut down for about 40 odd days. And it is in the process of restarting that this leakage has happened. I'm not sure exactly, because only the factory staff were there at 2:30 in the night. Nobody else can be there. So it's a matter of investigation exactly as to how this was triggered. But certainly there must have been something awry in the machinery and in the starting mechanism, which must have triggered the whole process. It is a matter of investigation. We'll find out certainly. Yeah.
And how soon before you were alerted, before you could deploy? How soon were your men, your teams on the ground helping people?
Well, we were there inside 3 hours, because what happened was initially, I think in the typical reaction, the villagers informed the local police station, the local administration, and they can't be blamed for that. They thought that there was something amiss. There was foul smell, and there was toxicity, and there was irritation of the eyes and the throat and skin. So the villagers informed the local administration, the local police station. The local police station passed it on to the local fire services. So they all tried for the first 2-3 hours, and then they informed us. Around 5:30, we were there we hit the ground running by about 6. And from then on, we started the dual process of handling the situation on site, which is the LG Polymer works, which is the factory site basically, and also the evacuation of the nearby village, which we did in collaboration with the local police and the administration.
And sir, in terms of that evacuation, how many people did you evacuate approximately?
I think some of the villagers had already started moving with the help of the local police, but I would say that physically we would have transferred people on stretchers, about 50 of them, and overall about 500 of them.
And sir, I believe the Navy has also been involved in some operations, at least in terms of equipment, breathing equipment. Is that also assisting in the process?
Well, the local administration has approached the Navy and other agencies. Whoever has, basically it's about oxygenation and oxygen cylinders. So whoever has that has been approached, and in that process they must have approached the Navy. But I think now the hospitals which are housing those affected victims, I think they are now adequately primed, and I think the worst is over. Yeah.
And sir, last question, are any of your men, have they been injured in any way? Have they had any inhalation issues? Are they all okay?
Well, I must flag this, Vishnu, for the countrymen, also for everybody here who's listening in, that NDRF has this USP, which is probably unique in the world among disaster response forces, that every one of its boys is equipped with CBRN training and CBRN technology, and also the paraphernalia which allows you to handle a chemical leakage. So these boys had gone there, and we have this rolling mechanism of 5 to 7 people, sub-teams going inside a situation with the cylinders, oxygen cylinders, and when the oxygen cylinders start depleting, the other team outside gets ready and it goes in. So that is how we did it, and so they are primed to it, they are equipped for it, and they are trained for it. So obviously, so far there's been nothing adverse as far as the health of the NDRF personnel is concerned. I must also flag that we have assured the local administration that the NDRF teams will stand by, stay there, actually camp in the factory premises till everything is absolutely normal, even if it takes a couple of days more.
Mr. Pradhan, thank heavens that your men were over there in Visakhapatnam and you were able to speedily respond. And thank you very much for pointing out that there are trained operators to deal with this situation who've helped deal with this situation. Thank you very much indeed.
Can I say something else also?
Yes, of course. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I must also flag this. This is something very important, that as we speak, there is a NDRF specialized team. We have specialized teams for every vertical, like the collapse structure rescue, for the altitudinal rescue, and for water rescue. The CBRN rescue teams and the specialized unit for CBRN rescue is housed in Pune, in the 5th Battalion of NDRF in Pune. And the commandant of Pune Battalion, along with 3 of his experts, will be flying out just now to Visakhapatnam. He will be picking on the way as some top scientists, chemical scientists from NERI, which is in Nagpur, and they will all be gravitating to Visakhapatnam by evening tonight, by tonight, and they will stay put also and assist the local administrations till everything is absolutely normal. And
what would their role be, sir? What would their role be? What are you
basically
looking for?
Because the idea is to not only learn from what has happened, but also probably have an advisory roadmap for whatever such units are across the country, because this is also a time of COVID-19 and we have to be doubly sure as to how to go about this procedure and what is the roadmap which should be very, very well laid out. And that's why the team will go do the review on ground and get back with with very clear advisories, clear recommendations, so that it can become a template for what we do in the future to avoid similar incidents.
Mr. Pradhan, thank you very much for speaking to us. Thanks very much indeed, sir.
Thank you.